Today's video is sponsored by Camel City Mill. Boy, it is a beautiful evening. Just perfect out. So it's first thing in the morning. Got a couple deer down here by the wood yard. Just fired up the Blackstone. All right, we just had a delightful breakfast, and now I'm going to hop in the dump truck and get on with the day. But anyway, they're calling for a decent amount of rain the day after tomorrow. And before that happens, about 9 or 10 things need to happen. Number one, we need to fill in this little spot right here with some shale, get that compacted a little bit. That won't take long at all. Number two, we need to haul that shale back to the building pad. There's probably 3 loads there in the dump truck. Number three, we need to get rid of this big mess right here. This is a mix of, there might be a few small stumps in there, roots and debris, I'm calling it. Got to get rid of this. Number four, we need to finish backfilling this pit. I put a pretty good dent in it last night, but it was getting to where I really couldn't see what I was doing. So I need to get this all backfilled. That's number four. Number five, get this whole area down here all graded up and smoothed up and ready for seed. That's number five. Number six, mow down what's left of the buckwheat here. Get that all cut. That's number six. Number seven, I need to grade this area up. It's not bad, just kind of prep it for seed. We're gonna call that all number seven. Prep this and seed everything with winter rye. That stuff grows about anywhere, and the deer, they love it. Number eight, which is actually should be before number seven, get these logs out of here. And as an added bonus, yeah, I should get that whole pile down there by the dump truck all moved out of there, because that's not where I'm going to work them up. Those will all go through the processor, but I need to find a good spot somewhere for a log pile. I got a pile over there as well. We'll have to see. Number eight, I'm not sure if we'll get to it or not. And number nine, check the grade on the building pad and kind of fine tune it. I know it's pretty close, but that's why I'm going to haul the rest of that shale over here, and we'll have a nice pile right over there that I can use as needed. When Adam brings his roller down, you know, we'll roll everything, grade it up a bit, roll a little bit more, and I'll have plenty of shale if I need any. That I'm probably not going to do until after it rains. It would be nice for it to get a little bit wet to get some better compaction. So that's like 8.5 things I have to do before it rains. All right, if I'm keeping track right, we got 1 and 2 done. I got this area filled in right here. Got the rest of the shale moved over here that I will use later. And I'll show you something that I'm going to use to my advantage here. There's kind of a little natural swale right through here that goes down in the valley. And I'm going to get a lot of water to drain that way. And then the road, as you go out, it drops down just a little bit. Everything looks real flat, but it drops down a little bit and then starts up the hill. So somewhere down there, I'll have like another little swale that I'll make to take that water down in the valley. But the pad looks good. I haven't checked grade yet. You can just tell looking at it, you know, where it's at. I'm a little bit high over there, a little bit low right in the middle. But once I set the laser up, I'll paint a bunch of marks on the ground. It'll take a half hour, you know, to cut grade. Roll it, put a little bit more shale wherever I need it, roll it again, and that'll be done. But next up, which I believe is number 3 on the list, we need to get rid of this pile right here. It looks worse than what it is. A lot of woody material in there, mostly woody material. This is going to go down to the stump pile. No, I couldn't. I was thinking you could load this in the dump truck, but with that big grapple, probably 8 or 9 grapplefuls, this will be gone. Old hunk of metal. I might have seen this once before. I thought I put it somewhere safe. Never to be seen again. I have gone through more fuel and grease in the last month and a half than the whole first part of the year. Been super busy with both the excavator and the skid loader. This one takes fuel kind of slow. You know, really, to make it easier, you should have this side of the machine a little higher. And I'm kind of surprised because when you lift the cab up, you can see the fill tube and it's got plenty of fall to it, but you can't put it in too fast or it'll spill out. It's got a big tank on it. All right, I need to do a little work on my estimating skills. I thought there was like 9 or 10 grapplefuls in that pile. I think I took about 20 out of here. I need to rake it. I'll use the grapple for that. And that'll kind of fluff up this topsoil, pull out all the roots and stuff. Get rid of that. Grade it up a little bit. And I'm not going to run the power rake or anything on this. This topsoil will take that winter rye fantastic. But I want to get it smoothed up so there's no low spots or anything like that. But before I do that, I'm going to go over here. I got the excavator. I think that's where I'm going to put my log pile, somewhere right in there. Yeah. See, what we're working on here is where the building goes. But I'm still figuring out the whole workflow for the wood yard. You know what I mean? This winter, I'm going to have more trees to clear down that way, some more to go that way. But I need to get the logs out of the way and where I can get to them, and I think that'll be a good spot. So this project is taking much longer than what I thought it would, but what happens is you get to working and doing stuff and you see things that are going to need done later, and it would be easier just to do it now, and I kind of just keep adding to the project. But the good news is I'm very happy with the way that it looks. And you know what else makes me happy? Camel City Mill socks. They're phenomenal because they stay up, they wick sweat, they keep your feet warm in the wintertime, cool in the summertime. They're just a fantastic American-made product right down in North Carolina with a 10-year durability guarantee. And if you don't believe me, read through some of the comments from people that have bought Camel City Mill socks. They absolutely love them. Matter of fact, next time I talk about these socks in another video, I think I'm just going to show you some of the comments from people that have bought these. They're a home run. I never realized how important good quality socks were until I put my first pair on, because you don't know what you don't know. Save 10% on my favorite work socks from Camel City Mill with code Morgans10. Link in the description. All right, I got about 6 hours, I think, wrapped up into this today. I had to do some stuff for my mom, did some running around. Me and the hunt man went out for a bit, and I don't know if you can see way out there, the hunt man is coming out the trail. So with that being said, I think that's about a wrap for today. I'll report back tomorrow morning. I'm not sure what step I'm on. I figured there was 9 or 10 things I needed to do before it rained the day after tomorrow, and I think I'm going to be okay. I got this all graded up in here. Need a little bit of topsoil in that low spot, but you know, I got like a half hour in here, maybe an hour and a half in backfilling that pit, mow the field, and seed it. Need to do that before it rains. You can clearly see here the difference between the building pad and the food plot. Topsoil, shale. It took a lot of work to get to this point. All right, it is first thing in the morning. I got to go pick up some seed. I am not ready for it, but I will be by this afternoon. I got a lot of work to do out there, and today is the day because everything changes tomorrow. I kept saying how this weather isn't going to last. Well, tomorrow it's like 90% chance of rain, and it's been getting up into the high 70s, maybe even low 80s every day. Cools down at night, and I think after tomorrow, cold front comes in. Going to be highs in the low 60s and lows in the 30s. So everything's changing. I got to get this done today, but that winter rye, it will just thrive in like 60-degree temperatures, and get a little moisture on it, it'll grow like crazy. So no matter what, I got to get that all finished up out there today, seeded, and we'll be good. I'm taking the dump truck this morning. I think this is the first time I drove this without, you know, hauling a load of firewood out or something else in. My pickup truck, the whole bed's filled with tools, so I figure we'll just take this. I think I need about 8 bags. That's what I like about winter rye. It's pretty cheap. It's like $20 a bag. All right, I just ran in and paid for the seed. I am gonna go around back and pick up 8 bags. All right, just got back to the house. I'm heading out here to the clearing. I think what we'll do first is backfill the rest of that pit and get that cleaned up. Hopefully I have enough dirt to fill it. If not, we're gonna have a problem and I'll have to figure something else out, but hopefully we got enough. Actually not sure if I'll have enough. I got this pile here, a little bit of shale left right here. What I do, I like to mix this with that to try to get the best compaction that I can. Yeah, there's still a lot of hole there left to fill, but by the time I clean up all around it, that stuff can go in there. It's going to be close, but we won't know till we try. This is the first part of this project that worked out way better than I expected. I had exactly the right amount of dirt to backfill that big pit, plenty of deep, rich, dark, fertile topsoil to put back on top of it. Got it all graded up, fluffed it up a little bit, put some winter rye on here, get a little rain. It'll be beautiful. One thing I like to do, you know, you can do whatever you want, but one thing that I like to do is this. Everything slopes this way. Like down to the excavator, it probably drops 5 feet from all the way up here down to there. So when you get a heavy rain, the water is going to want to go that way. So when I rake it with the teeth to prepare it for seed, I do it this way. You don't want to do it that way because water will accumulate in those little ditches you got there and create erosion reels, and it'll wash the seed off. This wouldn't be horrible, but I always like to go this direction, and you'll see when this starts growing in all those little troughs is where the seed will be real heavy. It'll come in, you know, the grass will be real heavy. So all I got to do now to prep for seed is in front of the skid loader, that section, and mow all this down. I'm just going to go get the mini skid right now with the brush cutter on it and use that. I have a flail mower, but I kind of dropped the ball on that. It is buried behind a bunch of stuff in the pavilion, and I'll have this done in the same amount of time it would take to dig it out. And the clock is ticking. Alright, got her all mowed up, and I caught myself because I was about to get carried away, and I'm not going to do that. You know, all this down in here, this is all that Japanese stilt grass, and I'm thinking, you know what, while I have the mower on, I could start mowing all that as well. But I'm going to run out of time. And besides, I got that mower, that brush cutter for the excavator. I can do that after it rains even, you know. I can come down in here, mow all that stuff down, and just overseed it with winter rye, which is what I'm going to do here. So it should grow. That stuff grows about anywhere. And I mulched up all that buckwheat. That's real good for the soil. You could come in here and like till this up or hit it with a power rake. I don't see any need in doing that. The stuff's going to grow, especially where all the fresh dirt is on the far side and over there where I need to dress up right now. So as soon as I get that taken care of, I need a little bit more topsoil to fill in some low spots. Rake it around with the bucket, I'll go get the tractor and the seed, and we'll hammer all of this. The other side of the road, then it can rain. By the way, I've been using these quite a bit when it's real dry like this, especially like when you're on a brush cutter or something like that. There's so much dust out here, gets you all jacked up. All right, not my best work, but we're not making a putting green here. You know, if I was putting a yard in or something, I would put the power rake on. But for a food plot and the wildlife, they're not real picky. Plus, this area on this side of the building will probably get torn up a little bit when they're building it and when we put the siding on the building. I think we're gonna put white pine on the building. Metal would be better. It would, I'll admit it. But I like wood. I do, and I think it'll look beautiful out here and save us a little bit of money. By the time you figure all the labor in, sawing it, putting it up, probably not save us any money. I just like wood. So let's take this back, go get the tractor and the seeder, and we'll hammer down about 400 pound winter rye. Not too shabby. It's 1 p.m. So just today, I got that all backfilled, graded up, topsoil spread, got that mowed, got that all done, a few other odds and ends, and got everything seeded. So I think that was the 9 things that I wanted to get done before it rains. One thing that I didn't do, I thought better of it, was move this giant pile of logs. It's going to stay there for now. These ones we probably won't run through the processor till spring. I don't know if by then the processor will be out here or still back at the wood yard, but I got a lot of firewood poles down at the wood yard yet. I got a bunch over at the neighbors to get out. We got wood everywhere, and we're going to be running some through the processor here pretty soon. And I got a text today from Pole Barns Direct. That's who's going to build the building back there. They're coming out in 2 weeks for the pre-construction meeting. They look over the site and all that stuff and finalize everything. So that'll be coming up pretty quick. All that's left to do out here is cut finish grade on the pad, roll it, stone this road right here, and then I'll probably get a load of like 2B limestone and put on the pad. It's going to get all messed up. You know, they got to drill a bunch of holes, a whole bunch of holes. But that time of year when they're going to be here another couple, 3 weeks, it'll help keep them out of the mud, and then that'll work out good. But yeah, this really looks nice out here now. But anyway, before we wrap this up, couple things. If you are a subscriber to this channel, double check, make sure you're still subscribed, and hit that bell icon so you are notified when we upload a video. And if you're not a subscriber and you enjoy this type of content, please consider subscribing. Also, sign up for our newsletter. Doesn't cost you a nickel. Just go to our website, outdoorswiththemorgans.com. There'll be a pop-up that comes up. Enter your email and you are signed up for our newsletter. Don't send us an email saying sign up for the newsletter. Just go to our website, outdoorswiththemorgans.com. That's all you got to do. I'm trying to think if there's anything else. I think that's about it. Appreciate y'all being here. Catch you on the next one.